What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Drama Drop. We have another solo podcast for you. I'm going to get into it. I'm going to talk about Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Whitney and Jessie, and an audio drop, and the Taylor, Frankie, Paul, and Dakota trial. I'm going to talk a little bit about something that I don't normally talk about, which is influencer, social media, TikTok, some little drama. Haley Beck, ever heard of her? Going to talk about that, and a little bit of the Valley. You know, there's a lot going on. I just need to let it all out and yap with you guys. But first things first, if you haven't yet, be sure to like, follow, subscribe, give a 5-star rating, leave comments, show me some love because I love you guys so, so much. And be sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram at the.drama.drop. And yeah, get ready. Let's get into it.
Hey friends, this is the Drama Drop because somebody has to talk about it.
Hey guys, how is everyone's weekend? Before we get into the topics that I want to talk about, I just want to talk about my weekend. Okay, let me tell you, I did something that I honestly never thought I would do. And it's all thanks to my husband because he just loves trying and doing different activities where myself, I have no issue, as I've mentioned before, being horizontal most of the time. I just... I don't know, something about me. I just take my time. I find it very precious. So I feel like I'm constantly, super busy throughout the week. So when then it comes to the weekend, I'm very particular in how I spend that time because Monday comes quick. You know what I mean? Anyways, he managed to talk me into going to a NASCAR race this past weekend, Texas Motor Speedway. If you've ever heard of it. And to say I was thrilled, that would be a lie. I was not there for it. I just knew it was going to take some time. Like it wasn't going to be a quick thing. I've never really understood the fascination of cars going in a circle. Never got that. I knew it was going to be hot. And then on top of that, sitting in those bleachers, like those steel metal seats, I just knew I was going to be so uncomfortable. However, I think my mind kind of changed. Well, would I say like I would go to every single NASCAR race that ever happens? Absolutely not. But I would not be opposed to going to again. But let's just like back up a little bit. I really had no idea what to expect. Like I said, I just really thought it's just cars going in a circle over and over and over. And it's kind of funny because, I looked at him towards the end and I was just like, I just don't understand like what the hoopla is about the winner. Like just press on the gas pedal harder for all those other people that didn't win. Apparently there's a lot more that goes into it. I don't know. It's a science that I will never understand. I don't need to understand it. And that's okay. Like I've come to terms with the fact that I won't get it. But I will say, once the sun, we were kind of in the shade a little bit at some point, and the people watching was phenomenal. That's when he really got me. He said, think of all the people watching that you'll get to do at that type of event, because that is just not something that we normally go to, And I love going to a football game, basketball game, like a sports event, like that's totally fine because there's just like action happening. But like I said, NASCAR, I just had no, in a circle over and over and over. I was like, okay, like that might put me to sleep. I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, it was a pretty good experience, like people watching was great. The weather ended up being lovely. Some takeaways, I will definitely need some sort of cushion for the next time that I go. That will be, like that has to happen, non-negotiable. And other than that, I mean, I think I could probably hang. The characters that were there, they had no idea that I was so fascinated with their storyline of, we had a couple that was like making out in the stands. We had a group of people, guys that all looked like different variations of West Wilson. It was really great. So I had a pleasantly good time. Like I was honestly very surprised. So I hope everybody else had a great weekend. I just felt like I needed to share that. I don't really share a lot of, my personal life and things that I do. So, it's my platform. I have free will, and I figured this is the time to really start that before I get into the stories. But enough about me. I know that was probably super boring, but I just had to really, send my appreciation for the NASCAR arts. I never really understood it. I'm slowly getting there. I will say too, like there was a lot of like people had a lot of cool shirts. I love a merch stand. I love, vintagey worn in things. And I was definitely had my eyes out scoping. So I was like, ooh, okay. Maybe I can get behind this. But anyways, let's move on to more important things, the topics, because I know that's really what you're here for. And there's just more things to talk about with Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Are you shocked? No, that shouldn't be anything shocking at all. But we're going to start off with something just kind of more on the lighter note. Whitney Leavitt, she has confirmed that she is leaving the show. How she confirmed it is pretty iconic. If you ask me, she did it on her last performance of Chicago. There's like a scene, where she's reading a headline, and that's how she broke the news of Whitney Leavitt's, leaving Secret Lives of Mormon, which I think that is so clever. It's so unique. And yeah, I'm excited for her. I'm sad because I feel like she's such a pivotal person on the cast, on the show. She started off season 1 as a villain. Then you kind of, you are seeing other sides of her. And I think, she really end up growing to be a fan favorite. I don't know. Like that's, at least for me, like that was my perception of her, of just like, I didn't really care for her. Then I'm a huge fan. But I just think that was a really fun way for her to announce that. I'm sad that she's not going to be there. I mean, I understand it though. I think she has reached a level that she doesn't need Secret Lives of Mormon Wives anymore. Like, I mean, she's been on Dancing with the Stars. She's now on Broadway. I'm pretty sure is going to be in a Hallmark movie. Like she has so many things up and coming. She has so many other opportunities. I'm sure, especially with everything that has been going on, she's viewing as Secret Lives as maybe more so of a liability at this point. And I just don't think it's going to be any further of a stepping stone into anything that she's going to do career wise. I think she's definitely made herself a household name. And I think that's the correct move for her. I think that is smart. Like I said, it's sad. She said it's time to challenge herself. Like she wants to do other things, and rightfully so. I mean, she has made it very clear that she has a lot of star quality. Like just her performance, the presence that she has on stage. I mean, watching her on Dancing with the Stars, like she just killed it in all categories of, not only being able to dance really well, but the facial expressions and putting her all into it. It was really fun to watch. I don't know. I'm here for it. I don't, again, I'm kind of sad. I think she mentioned that, because season 5, like it paused. It just came to a halt abruptly. I'm pretty sure she's going to be in season 5. Whether that plays out, that I'm not sure. So it could be something where she's in season 5, then she kind of trails off because obviously, as we know, it's picked back up on the filming. So maybe she just like doesn't come back. Like her story could just kind of be open-ended. I don't really know how they're going to close that loop. So it's either going to be, she's going to be in season 5 and kind of just disappear, or we'll see that kind of close out. But I think after season 5, that's it. She's done. I don't know. I'm excited to see what else she's got coming. I'm sure there's like a lineup of things. Chicago wanted to extend her performance contract, whatever that word is, but she declined. So Whitney's a smart businesswoman. As we've seen, like she knew when she heard that Dancing with the Stars was going to cast somebody from the show, she knew she had to get back in her good graces. Well, I guess she didn't really get back in good graces, but she knew that she needed to get back on the show one way or another to be able to potentially be on Dancing with the Stars. And she managed to land that. And it's just gotten her further and further along in her career and other opportunities. And yeah, I think it's great. So what it means for the show though is, I don't know, we just keep losing OG members. I mean, as we know, Taylor Frankie Paul, she's not coming back, at least as of this moment, because she's got a lot going on, rightfully so. And, Demi's not on it, and Whitney's calling it quits. So it's really changing the dynamic of the group. I don't know if they're going to start recruiting other people, maybe not necessarily like brand new people, but just kind of other people that's within the circle that maybe they didn't want to join or be a part of it to begin with. I don't know, but like these very just like polarizing characters is what I'll call them on the show are not going to be on the show. And so I just don't know how much more this show can really take without all of them, I mean, they, like I said before, every girl has an interesting storyline, but to keep it interesting and entertaining, because as much as we, people want to be like, oh, she's a villain, he's a villain, whatever, we can't have them on the show anymore. It's just too much. If you were to remove those people, the one that challenges people, the one that kind of stirs up some drama, you wouldn't have a show that's entertaining. Like you wouldn't be tuning into the show. So I just don't really know what people want, but I don't know. Maybe we'll start to kind of pivot to a new cast, because that's kind of how every reality show, when you think about it, happens. It's like you have your core cast, and then as seasons go on, few here or there start to trickle out. You kind of introduce a couple new people in, and then it just kind of starts to, change. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, there wasn't any like controversy or anything that led her to leave the show. It was more just on her terms. She's done. So more power to her. But it's just, it's funny. Connor, her husband, he's now taking the New York stage. He's not on Broadway, but he's on an off-Broadway show. It's called 11 to Midnight, which I think is so fun. It's just like a little short run show, but it's really cute. It's really sweet. He's saying that Whitney is the one that inspired him. And I just, we need more husbands like that. Whitney, she just is just such a force to be reckoned with. She just knows what she wants and she goes for it. And Connor, at least from, what we see, he's just very supportive in everything that she does. He's like, heck yes, like I will take care of the kids. I will do whatever. And then I think it's just sweet that he sees her shine and her doing all of these things. And now he's going to be able to get a little glimpse. I mean, he's got star quality too. Like he is a performer. I mean, you see, he shakes that thing on TikTok too with Whitney. And I mean, they have their little skits. Like they're just a very dynamic duo when it comes to performance and star quality. And I think it's great that he's getting this opportunity. I think it's super fun. And I got to say, I love that it's not necessarily a Broadway show, because like we don't want to just like overshadow Whitney, of course, but it's just enough that it's like, oh yeah, here's your flowers and do what you will with it. It's just like a short little run. But yeah, I just think that what they've got going on is really great. I think, with all the chaos that's gone on with the show and the drama, like they've really come out on the other end very strong and just doing what's best for their family and advancing their career. And yeah, I'm super happy for them. And other Secret Lives of Mormon Wives news, I know we've all heard it at this point, but audio leaked from Jessi Draper. Okay, so I'm kind of shifting gears here. Now we're kind of moving back to the darker side of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives with the Taylor versus, Dakota, that whole trial, that whole scandal situation. And it's just hilarious. So whenever I first saw the post that some audio dropped, thankfully very quickly I learned that this was something that dropped it didn't drop, but it was recorded months prior. It was before, she had really talked to Taylor and, got more of the story, and Jessi got wind that this was going to be released to the public, and she did not hesitate to let everybody know what the deal was. So basically, we hear this audio, and it's a voice memo note from Jessi to Dakota. And what entails in the voice memo is just backing Dakota, basically saying like, we do not stand for whatever Taylor's got going on. Like, like we like anything that you need, like we're going to be defending you, your character. Like I've talked to the girls, we've talked to production, and this is just not something that we want to be a part of with Taylor. Like we don't really support her going on The Bachelorette. Like we don't want to make those announcements. Like it's just, basically just being like, we're backing you, Dakota. We've seen what we've needed to see. So yeah, so it's very just kind of like, you hear this, but at the end of the day, if you really just like take a step back, I'm sure like if you're seeing something, you don't hear the other side of it. Yeah, you're gonna kind of just believe like what's right in front of you and kind of go with it. But anyways, she, like I said, made a statement because as she should have, thank goodness. And she did it so quickly, which is exactly what we needed because there did not need to be any time to go by for there to be any more speculation, anything. She's just pretty much like, guys, this is kind of hilarious because I sent this to Dakota. So like, this just shows like they just are trying so hard to get everybody back onto their side. Like they're sending things to TMZ. That's so embarrassing. That's such loser behavior. But keep in mind, like when I sent this, like I'm just hearing his side. I'm hearing sides from Jordan. Like we were getting very much, manipulated and just to hearing all what Dakota's version was, like everything that he's, trying to defend himself. He's like going out of his way to tell all the girls, like, look at this, like I'm the victim type of thing. And, which I think tracks for people that are very manipulative and they want a narrative to go a certain way. It's like, they know they can think 10 steps ahead and be like, okay, I need to make sure that all these people are on my side to when anything blows up, like I already have an army ready to back me. And that's exactly what Dakota did. Why is this getting released now is what I want to know. Like, it's just kind of like, okay, it's funny because, like there was an article that like this was coming out basically like Jessi going against Taylor and Taylor's like very funny. Like she's already talked to me about this. Like we've already discussed this. Like that's my girl. It's fine. So it's just trying to be messy for no reason. I mean, and it's not like lost beyond me. Like the trial just started too, which I'll get more into that. But it's just like, why? Like why, thank goodness Jessi and Taylor already had this conversation because I mean, as we're seeing all this stuff unfold, it's very clear that Jessi is very much supportive of Taylor. Like she's being such a good friend to her. She's defending her in the comments. She's being very supportive of Taylor's posts. Like they're hanging out. Like you're clearly seeing this friendship thrive. Like they're very much both going through things. Obviously, it seems that, Taylor's going through a whole lot more than what Jessi is, but you really see those two clinging on to each other. So when this first, was posted, I was like, oh no, here we go. Like, this is not good. But thank goodness, like this was way, way, way prior to all of the additional knowledge that was given to Jessi, at least, and the rest of the girls. And like I said, she's very smart. She was able to get ahead of it. And she's like, me and Taylor, we've already talked about it. So no one needs to make this anything more than what it was. Like, embarrassing. I truly don't know what the purpose is because it's like, okay, you can release this audio all you want. I don't know. I don't know if it's just Dakota needing money and that's why he did it. Like, he's just like, I don't think this is going to land really anywhere, but hey, if they want money for it, sure, I'll give it to them, which, okay. But nothing really came of it, more so other than just the initial first shock. Cause I know when I saw it, I immediately sent it to my husband, and funny enough, he had sent it to me too, but then said, oh, well, Jessi's already got ahead of it. So like, we're good there. Like, I just saw it so quickly and I was like, oh my gosh. And at that moment, I couldn't listen to the audio. I was so upset, but I was like, I need to send this. So it's like, at least you can hear it. And then like, I don't forget to listen to it later. But yeah, so it was really just seems like Dakota and his roommate were just trying to cause a mess for no reason. And I feel like when that happens, it's because Like, you're just not winning what you're wanting to win with a public perception. I think in the very beginning, when all of this stuff was dropped, like everybody was pretty much just Team Dakota in a sense of, yeah, regardless of whatever, like you can't do that. But more and more as time goes on, everything just does seem very calculated and everything is done with a purpose and it's no coincidence or accident. So it's almost just kind of like you're seeing more things and people are more and more just having empathy and sympathy for Taylor. And, you know, they're kind of just like, well, Dakota, I don't know, you know, like it's not going the way he originally planned, which I just don't understand that too. I've never understood that. It's like, okay, you have this video that you decided to release, whatever, you know, he claims he didn't, but somebody obviously in his circle did, if that wasn't him. And there's obviously things against you too. So it's just, I don't know, the inner workings of, you know, I don't want to diagnose anybody, but like somebody that's manipulative, narcissist, whatever you want to call it. I don't know the inner workings of that, but I'm just kind of like, you have things against you too. So like, that's just so bold that you're putting this out there and, you know, trying to make a splash, like thinking that people are just going to like roll over and like just take that for what it is and not look any deeper. Or that Taylor wasn't going to do anything deeper. And then now all these other things are coming out about you. I don't know. It's just just a lot. So I don't really understand the purpose of releasing that audio because it's like, yeah, that makes sense if, you know, they didn't have any other knowledge of what was going on. They're just seeing what Taylor is, you know, doing. And again, to Jessie's point, you know, she's like, I was married at the time to somebody that was like his best friend. If it's like, if I wasn't backing him being Dakota, then I was going to get an earful. But needless to say, I just think it is important that she addressed it, Jessie, and was just on top of it. Like there was no lacking. But so like going off of that, you know, they had the trial, Taylor versus Dakota, and it's still an ongoing thing. Like I don't think like, you know, this isn't going to be a one and done thing by any means. But so I listened to some of it. I didn't listen to all of it because I mean, oh my gosh, it was so long. But that judge, I love that judge. He, to me, you know, I just listen to him and I get the sense that he has like a teenage daughter or maybe like a granddaughter that watches the show, that loves the show and is just probably so just like, oh my gosh, you're going to be the judge for this case. Like, blah, 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 like just spilling everything about Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. But anyways, the way he is listening to both of their lawyers just talk and defend, you know, Taylor and Dakota, you can just see he's just like, this is ridiculous. Like, what is going on here? And, you know, it's still an ongoing case, but as of right now, there is a mutual 3-year restraining order for both of them. So obviously, like neither of them can be within 100 feet or like they have to be at least 100 feet apart from each other. So, you know, basically it's like you cannot look in the same direction, breathe in the same direction. Like you guys are not fit to be anywhere near each other. And, you know, it's just like you guys, neither of you are winning here. Like neither of you look better than the other. Like you guys are both kind of just addicted to the drama is pretty much what he concluded, which as we know, I mean, that is very obvious. Like we didn't take a scientist to figure that out. But I mean, like he calls a relationship toxic, it's dysfunctional. And he just is like, you guys are so addicted to the chaos of everything like that goes on between y'all. Like you're not looking at the bigger picture here, which is one, like your each individual mental, physical well-being, but also the well-being of your child. And I mean, obviously their son is getting caught in the middle. Like things are just just all over the place. And when you just hear both of the lawyers go back and forth talking about each of, kind of like their stance and like the case and evidence, whatever, he's just like he is the definition of SMH, like shake my head, face palm emoji. He cannot believe like these are two individuals. Like we just can't figure it out. Like they're both children. I mean, both of the sides really obviously tried to paint the other in a negative light. Of course, it was almost like, well, whatever I did that was wrong and incorrect, that was obviously in a response to how wrong the other party was. Like Taylor was very much like, he's manipulative. Like he tries to get a rise out of me and like my emotions, and he just wants to embarrass me publicly. Like he's, releasing, like, why now is he releasing this? Which is fair. It's like, why now did you release that footage? It's like, you don't actually fear for your life. You just want to embarrass me. You want to, ruin my career. You want to ruin my reputation, just like all of these slandering things. And then, Dakota, we have him like where it seems like he's very calculated. Like he has photo evidence, he has text, like he has like, it's like he's stocking up. He's a stockpile of all these things between him and Taylor. It doesn't seem like Taylor was super prepared in that sense of having actual evidence because, if I'm looking at it, it's like, okay, well, that's because Dakota is very calculated in how he's going to move in all of this. Like he's making sure he has receipts left and right because obviously he just wants to make Taylor look as terrible as possible. So in short, the judge is basically like, congrats, you guys are both the problem here. You guys both suck and you need help. Whatever way that goes, it's not going to be together. It's just kind of, it's just really sad like that it had to go to a judge to be able to force them to be apart. Like they just couldn't really have that maturity and I don't really know emotional intelligence to just really comprehend that this isn't going to work. Obviously not necessarily in a relationship, but just like their co-parenting, like they just couldn't even figure out the co-parenting aspect. But so, I mean, it's still an ongoing thing. I think, yeah. So for their son, Dakota still has like majority custody. Taylor gets 8 hours a week of supervised visitation. I think from what I gathered, the judge is really pushing hard for there to be some sort of agreement to come to a co-parenting situation. Like I said, but he doesn't trust either of them at this point. So it's pretty much just kind of keeping their son under the sole custody at this point under Dakota. And, like that can be changed. It really just depends on, if they comply with the rules and behavior during supervised visits and just like any evidence of new incidents or former incidents. I don't know. What I thought was really interesting was I kept seeing a clip because I didn't make it to the very end, but I kept seeing a clip where Taylor, after the hearing was over, she goes and she gives a really long hug to Dakota's mom. And, Dakota's mom, like she looked very sincere, very genuine when she's giving Taylor this hug. And I just was like, oh, to me. And here's the thing. I feel like most moms, especially boy moms, are very much, my son can do no wrong. My son is perfect. That's obviously that's not every single situation, but like, I just feel more so than not, it's like, look the other way if their son does something wrong and doesn't really acknowledge that, or I don't know, just doesn't really take accountability for their son's actions. So what that hug showed me, it was almost like, like, I know my son is in the wrong. I know that this is just not good. Obviously, Taylor's not innocent by any means, but it kind of just, to me, it looked like she knew that her son isn't just a victim in all of this. Like he's an equal contributor in all the chaos and the toxicity and just abuse that they've done to each other. So I don't know. I don't know. I was like, whoa, that was kind of crazy. I thought it was sweet, just because, yeah, I'm sure there's just obviously a lot of emotions going on, a lot of stress. I mean, we know for a fact Taylor's parents aren't hugging Dakota anytime soon. I don't think ever. I think we can completely eliminate as that ever being a thing. But I just felt like it was very telling that Dakota's mom, it seemed, like she was almost like insinuating, like, or not insinuating, sorry, like the start of the hug of, Taylor, like, can I give you a hug? I mean, we don't have the audio of that, but yeah, it seemed very genuine. So I don't know. There's obviously going to be more to come. The case is still in progress. So I guess we'll see. 3 years is a really long time. I think too, when you're co-parenting, like that's a really long time to make sure that you are staying far apart. That just means that anything that their son has going on, mutually, they both cannot coexist in that same environment. So yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll see how that goes. Moving on into other, well, it's not gone to trial at this time, but just things that should be going to trial. Let me put it that way. Things that should be going to trial. Okay. I haven't touched on this at all. And I wasn't going to, but I'm going to now because I saw just like another update on the situation, but I just want to talk about it. Okay. Haley Beck. I'm sure you guys have all heard that name because I keep seeing things about Haley Beck. Miss Haley Beck. Is she okay? Well, no, I know the answer to that. She's not okay. But for those of you who don't know, which you'll be living under a rock if so, but like she's the sister to Noah Beck, huge internet TikTok star, millions and millions of followers, like very well known on TikTok. She's a teacher, okay? Well, was a teacher, a high school teacher in Arizona, okay? So she's only 27. So Haley Beck, wow, I don't even know what to say about this chick. This is this is just crazy. I truly can't even find the words to describe it because, okay, so, it's no secret. Like there's been plenty of teacher scandals out there, right? Like that's not anything new where, you find out a teacher is having inappropriate relations with a student. Okay. And more times than not, it's usually like a male teacher, but there's been a handful of female teachers that, are the predators and, whatever. Now Haley Beck is added to that list. But what makes this even crazier, just like a little bit of like background for those who don't know, it's just this kid that she, is allegedly grooming or having this relationship, like they weren't, like dating, but they were physical, they were in communications, just very bizarre relationship. He just doesn't seem like he's the one that's not in control. Normally it is the older person, the one that's in an authoritative position that seems to be like the predator. That's the one that's just really kind of manipulating the situation emotionally, physically, whatever that may be, because, they're the ones in power. Like they have that leg to stand on. However, in this situation, that does not seem like the case. It is the most bizarre teacher student scandal ever. And like, every time I see a clip about it, I get so enthralled because I'm like, how is she not embarrassed? Like how is this lady not like, I am a weirdo, a loser? If you really just dive into it. Okay. So this student, now he's 18, I believe. But at the time, like he was in high school, 17, a minor, but like he's like in communications with Haley Beck via Snapchat. Okay. So the receipts of it. Like I looked at the police report. I'm pretty sure it's like over 200 pages. Like I have not been able to get through it, but I am reading it and I am just getting so much secondhand embarrassment for Haley Beck. And I just don't understand how she was not, how it was not clicking for her. Okay. So there were like over 4,000 messages between the student and her. And to be completely honest, like this kid, like he is just using her. I mean, the desperation she has. Okay. So if you think about it, she's 27. She is a grown adult, but she probably views herself as very young, like very close in age with her students. Obviously, like that's not the case. And it's just like, it's just gross. But, she tries really hard to be cool and like she wants to be friends with them. Like you can just tell, like, I don't know if it's either one or two things. It's either she was a loser in high school or she was popular and peaked in high school and like is just chasing for that high, like to just keep like, ooh, like I want to stay, like there was no up from there for her. So it's like, she's just trapped in the feeling of high school. And what other way do you do that than become like a high school a high school teacher and then just become BFFs with all your students? I guess that's the way. But this kid, he's like not nice to her, like whatsoever. I mean, he's calling her bro. He kind of calls her stupid to her face. Like there's times where he's basically saying like, like if you want to hang out, like it's up to you. Like you're the teacher, like you're the one that has things to lose. She's like asking for compliments, basically saying like, I'll pay you $5 per compliment. Now tell me things that are nice about me. And this kid is just like, oh, your boots look good, like cowboy boots. Like, okay, like that has nothing to do necessarily with her, but whatever. It's just like he's giving her the bare minimum and she is just eating it up. And, it's like, he's the one that's like, oh yeah, like come over, like come do this, all these like sexual activities that they have planned. It's not really anything where it's like she's having to, I wouldn't say, so like it's okay. It's not like she's necessarily begging in a sense of like trying to convince him. It's more of like begging for time where he's kind of like, I'm busy, dude, like leave me alone. Or it's like, okay, when he's ready, when he's not booked and busy, he's like, all right, cool, like come do this. Like, and then I gotta go do this. Like, like a true, what you would call player in high school, just kind of like stringing on a girl. Like it's so embarrassing. It's so sad because she wants his attention so badly. And, we're seeing all these TikToks go on and it's like her showing up to these kids' parties, these like graduation parties, like she's hanging out with them at lunch. Like it's so bizarre. She's calling him she's calling herself to him like his sugar mama, which is just absolutely insane. If you're a teacher and you're calling yourself that's crazy. But like she just, I don't know. And like it's also funny too because he like has a girlfriend throughout this. And, she's like making it very apparent. She's just like, well, I just don't always want to be your side piece. Like, when will I ever not be your side piece? Basically just kind of like, ooh, like I'm ready to be more than whatever we are. I don't know. But she was giving him money. She was giving him alcohol. Like she was just giving him gifts, like just obvious favoritism, like helping basically with grades, whatever it is. And then, any girl that she was maybe jealous of, if she was like she would, be rude to that. It's just, again, so bizarre because this kid, like if you need to go read the police report because he's so clearly not interested at all. Like he couldn't care less about this person. He couldn't care whether she lived or died, to be completely honest. And he's making it not like a secret too. Like he's pretty much just like, this is all I want you for. Like, sure. Like if you want to come do that, go for it. But like, I don't know. I just don't know how, like, I've just never had that experience personally of like wanting somebody's attention so bad that you just take getting embarrassed and all that. It's just, I don't know. Honestly, it's just crazy because it's like, is she the victim or was she the predator? Like reading it, it's like, oh my gosh, like this, maybe we should check on her, this poor girl. But no, I mean, it's so gross. But what's crazy too, it's like this same kid was also having relations with another teacher. Another teacher. Her name is Angela Berlocca. Anyways, so yeah, she was like accused of, sending explicit videos to him. And anyways, it's just like crazy. Like, how did this one student like get these two teachers to behave this way? Like, I just don't understand how you get to that thought process and you're just like, okay, yes, this makes sense. Like, this is good. But anyways, the communications between this student and Angela Burlock, like, it's very much like, she's kind of like, okay, oh, you're not 18 yet. Like, maybe when you're 18 or something like that along those lines. And anyways, I think that was the one that, if my memory serves me correctly, like that one was the one that broke out first of that situation happening. And then what's even crazier is this student is kind of giving Haley Beck like almost like a way out, or kind of just, some text evidence of just basically being like, oh, that's so weird. There's this rumor about us, like wink, wink. There's this rumor. And she's like, what? That's definitely not a rumor. And putting that in writing, like, you idiot. And he's just like, dude, he literally is like, dude, you're so stupid. You're so dumb. Like, you're the one that's going to go to jail, basically. I don't know. He tried to help her out, I guess, in that sense, but like, she just wasn't taking it. And yeah, this is where things stand as of right now, which I'm just really kind of confused at. So Haley Beck obviously got fired from her teaching job. She's facing potential criminal charges. Like, this hasn't even gone to court yet. Like, I don't think she has anything against her at this point. Like, I don't know if the parents don't want to, or I don't know if it's because this kid is now 18. Like, he has the full control and authority to do anything about it. And he's just choosing not to. It's just, at this time, nothing, at least legally, has been done. This other teacher, she gave up her teaching license. She resigned. There's no confirmed arrest for either of them. Everything is just kind of still under review by prosecutors. But I mean, the evidence that is on this, honestly, they're probably just saying like I said, they're probably more like, dang, like, was Haley Beck more so the victim than what we thought? Because it's just, I don't know, the volume of like the evidence between the text and her sending him payments. I want to say it was at least $1,000 almost, just with money of like, thank you. You gave me all these compliments. Like, here's money, here's gas money. Oh, and that was another thing. Yeah. Just another example. He's like, hey, I need gas money. Like, here's a compliment. Which is just correct. I don't know. Could never, ever be me. That it's insane. But, and so obviously it's even more so just crazy because like her brother is Noah Beck. He's this huge internet sensation star. I mean, I feel like that whole like the COVID era of TikTokers, I feel like they've all kind of dwindled. Like, I never hear anything about the D'Amelios anymore. Like, I mean, Addison Rae, she's doing her thing like with music, but it's just like all these people that were such heavy TikTokers and were just like blasted all over the internet from like 2020 to 2022 mainly. I don't know. I don't feel like I ever see any of their content anymore. I don't know what any of them are up to. So like, I actually had to go look at Noah Beck's TikTok. I'm like, what is he even doing? Shockingly, he posted a week ago, but he has no profile picture. I mean, obviously he's not addressing anything of this. Like, it's not his responsibility. Like, he didn't do anything. Like, I don't think, like, it's fair to just kind of lump him into this. But I mean, we know how the internet works. We know how people work. They're not going to just like not say anything, or like, he will forever be lumped to this. So it'll just be kind of interesting to see like how that moves. I mean, but we all know the internet, we have the attention span of a squirrel. Like, it's going to be gone here. Like, it's only refreshes memory is when new things happen. Cause I'll be honest, like, I started to forget about it. So with that, what sparked me to be like, oh my gosh, I need to talk about this because this is just insane. Apparently there has been allegations that there's involving another student with Haley Beck. So it's not just this one student that basically just didn't give a crap about her. There's like another one. I don't know much details about that. I just know that there are accusations, that there are another one, like she was involved with multiple. So law enforcement is, they're reviewing the evidence, they're expanding the case. So this could be a whole lot bigger, like if nothing were to happen with this first one, like who knows, like maybe she could have just like somehow like just gone away very quietly, just very quietly, and it would have all been forgotten about, and she can go live in like Puerto Rico somewhere and just like start a new life. But now everything is just, I feel like it's just made this case even bigger and another, lens. So I guess they're trying to figure out like the timeline, like if this overlapped with this main, like this first student that, with all those messages. They're trying to figure out if it's going to go to criminal charges or not. Again, I don't really know because of like the timeline. It's like of these students now being adults, they've graduated high school. I don't know if that really plays into it where it's like they get a say on how they want to move forward, or if it's because they were minors at the time, like the parents get a say. I don't really know. I don't know why that part's taking so long, because I just would think the parents, like, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it. If not, you're not. Like, I don't know. It's kind of confusing to me. But it's also bizarre too, because like, I'll just see pictures. Like she's just like out and about. Like she was just out at the TJ Maxx. Like what? Like, okay. I don't know. Like that. How do you just continue to live how do you go to a TJ Maxx when all of this is going on about you in the internet? Like I said, you would need to go into the witness protection program. Like if you aren't going to prison or jail, whatever it is, like you would need a whole new identity. Like, I don't know how you escape this. Like it's just, I don't, it's crazy. And then you're just like living your life. And it kind of goes back to like the Amanda Batula situation. Obviously she didn't commit an actual crime. Morally, she committed a crime, but like an actual crime, no. So it's like, obviously, yes, you don't deserve to die. You do deserve to live. You can live your life. Like you go to the grocery store if you need to, go get a coffee, have dinner with people. But like this situation is just so unique and bizarre to me and just like out of this world that my mind can't even process. Like all of this is going on, all of this on the internet, whether you're going to get charged or not. But it's like, I'm going to go to TJ Maxx. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to understand it. I think that I would be more concerned if I did understand it. But yeah, so I just had to talk about that because obviously she's not okay. The Beck family is not okay. It doesn't stop there, to be honest, because they're so moving on from that, Amy Beck, which is their mother. Okay. She was placed recently on an administrative leave from her teaching job. Before we get all up in a tizzy, I guess she has gone back to work because they just didn't think that it was really anything to ruffle feathers over. But I'm like, wow, just with everything already going on with the Beck family, why not? Why not? I mean, does he want to stand up? Does he have anything he needs to say, come forward with that we need to discover? Because might as well, right? But basically, Amy Beck, she got put on an administrative leave because there was just like this really bizarre, weird TikTok that resurfaced between her and her son, Noah Beck. Now, it was a trend. I will give it that. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. But it has like sexual innuendos, like the lyrics are very sexual. Like it just isn't really a good look and not one that you would do with your mother. You know what I mean? Like people are in the comments. I mean, so, okay, first let me back. So it's like lip singing to an explicit song. Okay. It's kind of mimicking, but like not really mimicking a sexual act. I guess it just kind of depends how you really look at it. But regardless of the sexual act it's mimicking in the video, the lyrics are sexual. And it's just weird. So weird. Beyond weird. No matter which way you look at it, slice it, dice it, I don't care. It's bizarre. People in the comments, actually, I was honestly very surprised that they were like, this isn't insinuating what people think it is. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, what sexual act are they talking about? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, are we not listening to the lyrics? Like, regardless of what is actually going on in the video, it's so weird that this mother and son are it's lip singing an explicit song that implies a sexual activity. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know. I just think it's very bizarre, but I guess it's whatever they looked into. They decided that she could return to her job. So she did. It didn't impact her ability to teach professionally. So whatever. Um, it, I don't know. This whole family, like, I don't know. They have another sister. I don't know her name, but this chick, she's probably just like, oh my God, like, can I change my last name? Because it's crazy. So anyways, so yeah, we have Haley Beck and we have the mom, but don't worry. The mom could return to work. And I guess everybody's a teacher because she was a teacher as well. But yeah, so the Beck family is not doing well. I'm very curious to see what comes up with this second student that apparently there's like relations that she had with. And if anything's going to go further, I just would think, I just can't foresee a world like, regardless if these students are of age now, like let's just say it's up to them. I just can't really see how you can just take away what happened when they were underage and everything was just like I said, go read the police report. Just the conversations are just so uncomfortable because like I said, you view these things and you view them as the predator, the older person is the one doing very much like the convincing, the coercing, like you're going to want to do like, and the lesser person in terms of the younger one, whatever, the one that's being the victim, just really meek, timid, like, and it just kind of seemed very much the opposite. But yeah, so that's pretty much that. I mean, that is a family that needs, well, no, we don't want to really give them a platform, I guess. I know that could be controversial, but that I would love to see that play out, when they all got that news of everything that's going on with their family. Like I said, the poor dad, poor Noah, and poor the other sister. I don't know what her name is, but anyways, moving on to like other reality TV. I'm not going to go on for forever on this, but I just want to say the Valley has been, you know what I mean? I don't know what everybody else thinks. I mean, I haven't really seen really much of like either way. I mean, I guess I have seen some things where people are saying, maybe we do need Jax Taylor on our screens because he's the one that provided a lot of entertainment. But I don't know. This season, it's just not giving for me. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm so excited to see Lala and Schwartz back on my TV because I love them. They're a great addition. Like, that is not an issue. I don't know. It's not doing it for me. And I don't know. I think we're on episode maybe 4 so far of the season, but like, it's just kind of like, not it. I don't know. Like, and I feel really bad watching Kristen Doty go through all of her postpartum and her relationship issues with Luke. It's really sad because was so excited for her, for her to have this baby and like this really healthy relationship. And it's just really hard to see like her going through all these struggles. It's not really like entertaining. I mean, I will say it's probably very eye-opening for people that don't understand or like relatable for people who do understand or like all of that situation. But in terms of like show entertainment, like I'm like, ugh, like makes me more so sad. But everything else, I'm just kind of like, okay, I don't know. Like, will this be the last season? Maybe there'll be one more run. I don't know. I feel like I've heard talks of, is it going to get picked back up? Like the buzz is just not there. And it's so frustrating because like there is so much for there to be there and I just don't see it. Like Vanderpump, like I was always just so on my toes, so excited, like, ooh, like this is going to be good. And the Valley, like I'm just not getting that. And yeah, I mean, you disagree with me all you want, but like I miss seeing Jax Taylor on my TV screen. I mean, granted, I understand, that whole relationship with Brittany was not good. I don't necessarily miss that dynamic, but just like him as a character, like, I'm sorry, like he is hilarious. Like he is hilarious. He's great television and he's just ridiculous. I mean, all those guys, like James Kennedy, Tom Sandoval, like they're all just ridiculous. They make great television. And I've said it once and I'll say it again. People just don't like anybody that's polarizing. I mean, I get it. Like there are some things that, people have to take accountability for. Like you can't let it slide. You can't keep letting them have a platform or whatever you want to call it. But like at the end of the day, it's like you can figure out a line at some point, but it's like, you want those entertainment value. Like no one is turning on reality TV for it to be like, oh, like this is such a sweet show. You know what I mean? It's not the Brady Bunch. It's not like all those sitcoms, like, haha, like, like we're all a family. That's not what you're tuning in for. And yeah, so I mean, I'll just say like I'm just kind of bored, and it makes me really sad because like I said, I was super excited for Lala and Tom Schwartz to join this season. Like I was like, ooh, like they will vamp this up. And I mean, I do think, Lala does a great job at just trying to like bring in different storylines or kind of like not stir the pot, but, she asks those questions to get conversations started to maybe like create some sort of, she's no stranger to the reality TV world, but I don't know. It's not hitting for me and it makes me really sad. And I just don't know what the future for that show really holds. But I guess we'll see. I don't know. But I think that's all the topics that I wanted to talk about with you guys this week. I know that was just kind of a lot. I took a turn with kind of going into like TikTok influencer world, but like I needed to talk about Haley Beck because that chick needs to be studied. Like her brain needs to be in a research lab and just really like somebody needs to break it down for me because that behavior, like it's insane. It's crazy. I just don't understand it. And so it's just so fascinating. I just really had to talk about it. But anyways, I'm going to move on to our final segment, Chic and Week. So I'm going to give you my Chic of the Week, Week of the Week. As we know how that goes. All right. I have to give my Chic of the Week to the Levitts, Whitney and Connor. I know I said this in the very beginning of the episode, but I just really need to give my flowers to them. Like, I think they fully deserve it. Like everything, they've just made a complete 180 from their season 1. And I just love everything that they're doing. I feel like they're such a power dynamic duo. Like they both clearly love the entertainment world. And, I feel like they just do a really good job. And I feel like they do well in supporting one another. At least what I view, it doesn't seem like one thinks they're better than the other or one's jealous of the other and puts them down. It seems like they are truly a team where one may take, a little back seat to kind of make sure everything in the household is running smoothly while let the other one go and do their thing. I don't know. I just think that they're very chic. They're a chic couple. And I just can't wait to see more of what they do in the future. Okay. And my week, which could be controversial. I don't know. People might be like, no, don't see it. But I gotta say, I think the Met Gala is kind of weak. Okay. So listen, I don't understand it. I'll be completely honest. I never understood it. I'm not really an artsy person. Let's just say, okay. I don't go to art museums. I don't go to art galleries. I know this is like the art of fashion, but like, I don't look at a painting and be like, oh, I see this emotion. I feel this. I see this happening in this. I don't get that. So to translate it into fashion, which sure, cool, but like everybody gets so crazed for the Met Gala every single year. And then they break down everybody's outfits and they're just like, oh, that person was terrible. That person was terrible. And that person was terrible. But like, here's my thing. If I'm understanding what the Met Gala is, it's like you have a theme and it's up to your interpretation, right? So if it's so vague and up to your interpretation, like, is there really like a bad look? Question mark. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. I don't think I ever will. I mean, they're running through these looks, and I got to be honest, like all of them look so freaking weird. I mean, you do have those handful of people, I guess, that play it safe and they look more so elegant. But I mean, majority of them look bizarre. They look weird. And I feel like that is kind of the point. So like, I'm just like, yeah, you looked weird. Yeah, you did what you were doing. But anyways, it's just all up into interpretation. So I just don't get people all up in arms of like ranking the looks and like, oh my gosh, this person wore this. And I'm just like, what is this all for? Like, it's almost just like a mid-year Halloween party to me. I don't know. Again, I just don't understand the hoopla about it. I don't think I ever will. And like, that's okay. Sure, like it's cool, but like it just seems like that's the buzz for everybody. And you know, everybody has all these opinions on it. And I'm just kind of like, what's the like, I don't know. But like I said, I'm not very artistic in this sense. So I can't be like, ooh, like her dress embodied this. Like she really took the theme and really like, I don't know. Like, unless every single person sat there and was like, okay, this is what I'm wearing and this was my interpretation and this is why, like, maybe I can analyze it that way. But like, it just seems like a lot. And for what? Again, I don't, is there a charity involved? I don't know. I just don't really care about the Met Gala. And I think it's weak. And when it comes to at least people ranking outfits and judging that, when it really just seems to be just like a fun event for celebrities to, I don't know, just have fun with. It's not like an award show they have to worry about, you know, winning or it just seems like a fun thing. So I don't get the whole charade of it all. But yeah, you can cancel me if you wish on that. But that is what I have to say about that. So thank you so much for listening to another solo pod. I love chatting with you guys. I love ranting with you guys. If you haven't already, like I said, subscribe, like, follow on all listening platforms, and follow on Insta and TikTok at the.drama.drop. Until next time, love you guys.